our story begins, it's a little bit complicated backstory. So I was previously married, and so my wife at the time and I really felt like God was calling us to adopt. And so we had done the application, and that all went very quickly, and we got matched with Asher, and then also got matched with another girl, Lila, that we adopted as well. And so we found out that Asher was deaf, but had been told that he was doing great with hearing aids, and so our thought was that we would be back in the U.S. and have all the medical care here, and that he would just be mainstreamed, and didn't really realize that that was going to be our introduction into the deaf community.
I met David about a year after the divorce, and that's when I first met Asher too. And then I started taking up ASL. You and the girls would teach me different signs, and that was my first introduction to ASL.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, it's just been an adventure, learning ASL, learning about the deaf community, learning about Asher specifically and his needs and his need for deaf community. And the Grove has been a huge part of that, and meeting a need that we had for our family to be involved in the deaf community.
Just thinking about what it means to have a deaf ministry really pouring into a child's life. For me, sign language has not come easy, and so it's a labor of love and a struggle. And so there's often times that I feel like I don't have the words, I don't have the right way to communicate something to Asher. And especially as we talk about our spiritual life, there's often times that I find I'm falling short on being able to communicate that. And so being able to have a community around him that can help pour into his life, can help just foster that spiritual growth and that understanding of who God is and how God is pursuing him has been hugely impactful for us. Plus, it's helped me grow a lot just in being able to communicate those things that otherwise I'd struggle. I want to, but I'd struggle to communicate.
Living with a deaf person in a hearing family is interesting because there's two different lifestyles in the same house. ASL is not our first language, and having that mindset of how does our deaf family member, what do they need to access everything we're doing, to be included in everything that we're doing. It's a lot of effort, and sometimes you feel like you fail to meet every need that they have, to be included and to access all the information like that's just around them that we pick up on easy, and they don't. But then God's grace, it gives us the strength to keep going even when you're tired. And then God's grace also gives us forgiveness when we feel guilty for not meeting every need that Asher has, because we know that God will never fail Asher, even when we do.
In every situation that God has brought me through, he's constantly reminded me that he's the one in control and that he's good, even in allowing very, very painful things, that he's good. And so that's where I have a whole lot of trust in spite of hard things now. It's like, I know that God's got it, and he's going to continue carrying me because he's been faithful every time.
It is scary to be a hearing person and trying to get involved in the deaf community. But the deaf are very patient and they want to hang out, and they want people to come in and understand their life. So if you're scared, it's fine. Just go ahead and do it anyway.